Hi guys, this is Egma from Egma Games. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello. I wanted to make a video about what you experience when you go to treasure islands and answer the question of like what they look like. Um, this was like maybe my fourth time going to a treasure island, so I'm not an expert, but I did want to make this video because hello, I got in on this on my first try, so I was really excited. But when I was editing, I edited the part out of like me trying and getting it for the first time, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But without further ado, let's get into it. So typically when you're flying over treasure islands, you get to see all the nice goodies laid out for you. I think the first thing that shocked me when I was on treasure islands at first was that they are modded. So they don't have any beaches. All of the villagers and stuff are like kind of outside. So like it's like you're going to like this flea market, but it's in the air. Oh, and you know, just the favorite part about going to a treasure island is having to wait on other people to come and go. I was actually really lucky for this trip. I think only one person comes, but on other trips that I've had been on treasure islands, like for the next 20 minutes, it was like people coming and going, and I have it sped up right now, but in real time, it just is, you guys know, like when you're visiting someone's island and you go through all that animation for people to come here. Well, that happens on treasure islands like about 3 or 4 times when you're just trying to find one item, so that's like a downside. But the plus side is you can go here and get literally all kinds of items that you could possibly ever find or want, and that's really nice. I was so scared whenever I went off the edge. But yeah, there's different treasure islands for like different items in the game. If you're interested, I can show you the treasure islands that I go to. I go on Twitch and I look up Animal Crossing treasure islands, and there's only one profile that I use, and they usually have like 8 to 10 treasure islands set up that they're streaming, and it gives you the passcode and you can go. But if you're interested in that, I can link it in the description. But yeah, I was just, my first couple of times going to treasure islands, I was just in shock of like how much stuff was here. And it's like you try not to be greedy, right? Because some people are coming here for the first time too, and there could be like up to 6 people on the island, and there's only like 2 to 3 items sometimes of one thing. And like when you're looking at fencing and stuff like that, you're just like, oh, I kind of want to take all of them because I don't want to have to build them. But when it comes to like items and stuff like this, that you can just order, it's nice if you just take one. That's just like the etiquette that I follow. I'm sure other people follow as well. Like, but yeah, and it's also really nice that you can just run through objects, so you're not having to go around a lot. I really don't know how modding works, but it just looks too complicated for my brain to handle. So I'm gonna leave it to the professionals out there that are doing this, and just I'm very grateful for people who make treasure islands. Like, yeah, this is so great. So before going to this island, I went to, I think, 3 different ones. Why I said I was lucky to go on this island and like get in it on the first try is the first time I ever did treasure islands, it took me like 50 tries or like probably 30 minutes like of just continuously putting the code in, pressing A like a whole bunch of times until it finally like it lets one person go through. Because you have to imagine, like, there's so many people on Twitch, like, watching, like, these codes to go to an island, and, like, you know, there's, like, 100 people trying to go to one island at one time. It's, like, really competitive to get in, and, like, even when you do get in, sometimes, like, it crashes. So whenever I was able to get in this island the first time, I was really surprised. And the fact that like there was only one person that like cut through the time of me being on this island, like, you know, wanting to come in or wanting to leave or whatever, like I just got really lucky because I have all this time that I'm just running around without being interrupted. Sometimes on treasure islands that's not the case, and it takes a while for you to finally get what you want. So I got lucky with this, which is why I chose this video to be what I'm making my content on. Because I mean, if you've never been to a treasure island, it's kind of nice to see what it looks like. And yeah, I really, once I found out about this, I really wanted to do it. And I love doing it from Twitch because a lot of YouTubers say they have a Discord for it, but I'd rather just not have to ask people if they're doing their treasure islands. I'd rather just go on Twitch and there's like, you know, 8 different people already doing it. So yeah. And to be clear, I'm not talking bad about like YouTubers that have a Discord for treasure islands. I'm sure they're wonderful. I am just very anxious when it comes to asking people for things, so it's just easier if I can access them myself through Twitch. Another tip for treasure islands is always go to the airport when you leave. Most treasure islands will tell you to do this. It's just so you don't like interfere with others. Because if you just automatically leave on your own, it could disrupt other people and cause communication errors. I've had that happen to me when I'm just like visiting my friend's island, so that's just another thing to remember. I remember going to one treasure island and one person just constantly kept coming and going and leaving the same way, and like it was just horrible. It was way too much. Like, it was just so disruptive and it was really annoying. So just try not to do that, and if you mess up, it's okay. But anyways, we're going back to my house. My blue roses had to stop to show you guys. Going back to my house, and I believe whenever I'm putting stuff in the storage, you'll be able to see, yeah. So you'll be able to see all the other stuff that I've gotten from other treasure islands, like a lot of the cars, a lot of the signs, plants, ice cream cones, lights. I really love the pergolas or whatever it's called, fencing. Now a lot of this stuff, like I got one and then just kept ordering more. But some treasure islands like definitely had like 8 different things out of like 20 you could pick, so I definitely picked up that. Another thing is I instantly got rich like one of the first times that I went to a treasure island, because I picked up like 5 stacks of like 30 pearl items or whatever. But yeah, I definitely recommend doing treasure islands if you're not doing the hardcore Animal Crossing theme, and if you have the Nintendo membership. I think you have to have that to be able to go. But yeah, definitely recommend. It's better than having to, you know, try to make all these items yourself and time skip until they appear in the shop. So if you can, definitely do it. Yeah. And that's where I'm going to wrap this video up. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments. And I'd love to answer them the best that I can. See you in the next video. Bye.